Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to another exciting episode of ICG's podcast. I'm your host Aruba Shfaq.
And I'm Zainab Abrar.
And today we have a very special episode because joining us today is Dr. Shazia Sadiq. Dr. Shazia Sadiq is a professor of computer science at the University of Queensland, Australia. And she's also an expert of STEM and AI. And another interesting thing about her is that the reason this conversation is very meaningful is that Dr. Shazia is a proud ICG alumni. And stepping into this college, she's stepping into the place where her story began and her journey began. And her story is a powerful reminder for all of us that great dreams do come true.
Ma'am, you studied in ICG and now you are working as a leader professional at computer science in a global university. Mm-hmm. So, ma'am, when you step back into ICG, which is an institution that shaped your early years of education, so what are your emotions and memories that stood out to be the most today?
So, the first emotion that I can name is inspiration. Yes. I'm really inspired. I was fortunate that your principal, Madam Shazia Rizvi, and other senior staff members gave me a tour. So it was a trip down memory lane, of course, and I could find my old classrooms and also see all the new buildings. But what really stuck out for me is the work of the students. So whether it was arts or the robotics lab or various clubs like what you girls are doing, it's really inspiring. And in many classrooms that I went, the students were actually very communicative. So they were standing up and they were telling me what they are doing, everything from, using AI to write stories to the robotics and, coding sensors to the arts and different, historical and cultural experiences. So confident, so knowledgeable. And the teachers, they are so supportive. It was absolutely amazing to see that, and I'm so inspired.
Thank you, ma'am. So ICG has been taking initiatives to push girls towards the field of STEM and leadership. And as someone who has seen the education systems both abroad and in Pakistan, I would like to know your opinion and your perspective on these efforts. And how important do you think are these initiatives for young girls today?
Very important for everybody. I mean, there are a few caveats in this question. Of course, we are talking about a developing nation. Our country is a developing nation. There are many constraints that we have to live with and work around. There are resource limitations. So these initiatives help us overcome that. The other caveat, of course, is this is a girls' school. Yes. So for women in particular and women in STEM, so areas like engineering and technology and mathematics, it's not very typical for women to pursue these areas. So from that point of view, I'm a firm believer that girls should go into these careers, and at the same time, it's not an either-or situation. It's not like you're a STEM person or an arts person. I think a lot of the wicked problems in the world are tackled by cross-disciplinary collaboration. So it's the design people and the arts people and the maths people, and the chemistry people. When they work together, that's when we can really tackle the big problems of our times. So that's that's what I think about the future of STEM and girls, and particularly in Pakistan.
Definitely.
Ma'am, as you mentioned the careers and you have talking about the inspirations for the girls. So ma'am, what were your inspiration and what are the toughest challenges you faced in your journey? Because we often talk about the success, but rarely talk about the moments and the struggles behind the success. So ma'am, can you mention that for us, please?
There is no shortage of challenges, of course, yes. Of course, you have to be resilient, and you have to keep an open mind and a positive mind, because many challenges will come your way. So I'm, of course, living in a Western society. I look different, I'm a woman, computer science is very male-dominated field. It's not just in Pakistan. Actually, in Pakistan, it's not too bad.
Yes, yeah.
In areas like Pakistan, in China, there are a lot of women in computing. And if you look at the history of computing, it started with women computers. And Ada Lovelace was one of the first coders in computing. So it's just a societal thing, some sort of stigma that coders are like hackers who work in basements and wear hoodies and eat pizzas. It's not like that at all. It's very meaningful work. So for me, after ICG only used to be intermediate at that time. So I finished my intermediate here in economics, statistics, and mathematics. Then I did a bachelor in F72, Federal Government College, with similar subjects. Then I did my master's in computer science from Queensland University. And before joining Queensland University, I'd never touched a computer. So, I'm talking 1980s, right? So, in fact, there used to be a hotel Holiday Inn. They had a computer exhibition then, and I just had a look at it, and I got so fascinated, and I said, okay, I'm going to do computer science, right? And everybody was like, what is that? So I did that, and then I studied, I got a scholarship to study my master's in an institute called Asian Institute of Technology in Thailand. It's a postgraduate engineering only scholarship-based institute. And then I finally managed to get admission into a PhD program in Australia. So all through this journey, the lack of exposure to anything related to technology here, to going into cutting edge, being in a male-dominated field, ensuring that what we are doing is meaningful. A lot of the work that is being done in this field is often technology for technology's sake, but we know it's very powerful. I can see, a lot of the students are working in AI. AI is both risky and a huge opportunity. Yeah. So every step of the way there are challenges. There are disruptions. It's a very fast-moving field, but it's also very exciting. Our field is one of those fields that it's so exciting. New things are happening all the time. The last 3 years, when ChatGPT came into our hands, my last 3 years have been consumed with AI work. Even though my actual work of research, because I do a lot of research, is in responsible data management, but AI has bulldozed through.
So ma'am, as an expert in AI, I would like to ask you that what is your opinion on AI? A lot of experts say that it's going in a bad direction. A lot of people say that it's going in a good direction, but you're an expert, so maybe you should tell us what you think about it.
Technology is what we make of it. There are a lot of commercially driven motivations from large tech companies, which obviously also result in breakthroughs like OpenAI's ChatGPT. It's mind-blowing, the power that it brings. There is no doubt that there are risks with it. Things like deepfakes and misinformation, they can influence societal opinions and even elections and whatnot. So there are big risks in it, and finding truth in this area of misinformation can be very overwhelming and quite disruptive. At the same time, there are also opportunities, and huge opportunities. And it's just not large language models is a small part of it, AI for climate change, for disease control, for, weather forecasting, for so many things, even things like in business, for retail prediction and whatnot. So there are huge opportunities. To me, the biggest risk is not getting your hands dirty. Let's just dig into it. Because if we don't, then other people who want to use it for the wrong reasons will get more and more better at it,
yes.
you know. So people with conviction and good intentions who want to use it for social good should actually dig deep into it, understand it, learn it, and then steer it in the right direction.
I definitely agree with you. I think it does come down to how we use AI. So many of students of ICT, including me, look up to role models like you, and they often doubt themselves and their potential to reach global platforms. So what advice would you give to young girls that want a career in AI and STEM?
It is quite natural to have these doubts. I had those doubts, you know. I think we need a level of perseverance. Throughout my educational journey, I was always on scholarships. So, you know, the funding is a big barrier. Obviously, if somebody like you wants to go to Oxford or to University of Queensland,
yes,
you know, where I come from, and do higher education studies, you know, there are scholarships available, and particularly for women. And there are associations, like global associations. I was mentioning to your kind principal, Shazia Sadiq, also that there is this association of computing machinery, and they provide a lot of resources, you know, that young girls from developing countries who are interested in pursuing the field, joining the profession, they're all free, and access to experts as well. So I think perseverance, if this is your dream, just go full steam and follow it. The opportunities will follow you.
That is very inspiring, especially for someone pursuing a degree in computer science. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes,
Excellent.
I am also pursuing a degree in robotics, and I am working with NUS currently, and I have got first prize at the national level.
Wow.
Robotics project a few days back.
Wow, well done, well done. You know, we all think about overseas institutes as being the goal to aspire towards, but I think that there are a lot of local institutes. NUST is one of them.
Yes.
And there are others like computer colleges, you know, like ComSats and LUMS, and the education there, because sometimes I get students from Pakistan who have studied there, and they are absolutely top-notch. So, you know, particularly at undergraduate level, Pakistan has a lot to offer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ma'am, what potential do you see, particularly in Pakistani children? Because you mentioned about the new generations. So, because we have a lot of girls which come from humble backgrounds and they dream of achieving something big. But due to social pressure and some problems in such a society, they feel uncertain about themselves. So, what message would you like to give for them?
Yes, this is a very tough question, and there is no sort of silver bullet on it. You know, the things that have worked for me, besides, you know, perseverance and grit, is mentors. I think it's very important to have role models and mentors that you can talk to, and you know, who can guide you and keep you motivated. You know, sometimes those mentors are within your family. Sometimes you actually have to go outside of your family, you know, maybe within your social circle, within your teachers, that you can find these mentors. Maybe these mentors are overseas. Maybe they are like, you know, counselors who can, so ACM is another such organization where they do this mentoring. So find people who can guide you. Don't give up.
Yes, ma'am, we have proper career counseling sessions at ICT
Yes.
as well. We have proper career counseling in
Yes.
the library. You must have seen it.
I saw it, and it's really good. I think it's really good what ICG has put together. You know, we were a small school in my days, and we had very limited, only up to second year. Now there is, advanced studies happening here, English, chemistry, psychology, you know, and lots of good initiatives, which is excellent to see. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your precious time. This is all from today's podcast. Stay tuned for such exciting videos. Your host signing off. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.